Hello everyone, Mike Rempel from Excel Bytes with today's Excel blog post. Today we're going to take a look at the camera tool in Excel and how you can use it to keep an eye on other cells in your workbook when you're working on a different worksheet, or maybe other things that you could possibly do with it. It's something I recently found out about when reading a blog by Mynda Treacy at my online training hub. So let's take a look and see how the camera tool works in Excel. So here we have just a couple items from an income statement. Travel expenses, and you can see the detail, marketing expenses and the detail there, and the totals for each. And then on the second sheet, I just have a very simple incomplete income statement, but just for example purposes here. I have an income of $298,000. There's my travel expenses and my marketing expenses. You can see those are just being pulled directly from these two amounts here. And then I have some overhead salaries and a total of expenses and then a net income. So I'm going to go over to sheet 1 and I'm going to make some changes to my travel expenses, my marketing expenses, etc. And I want to see how it impacts this net income amount, but I don't want to have to keep going back and forth between one sheet to the other to see that every time I make a change here, how it affects something on another sheet. And this is where the camera tool can come in real handy. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to go over to the quick access toolbar. I'm going to select more commands, and I'm going to go up to commands not in the ribbon and go down to CA. There's camera right there. I'm going to add it to my quick access toolbar. I'll say OK, and now you can see it appears here right at the end. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over to sheet 2. I'm going to select the cells that I want to keep an eye on, and I'm going to click the camera tool. Now I can go back to sheet 1 and I can highlight an area, and Excel will put an object that shows those exact cells that I highlighted and took a picture of with the camera tool. Now it's an object, so you can see I can move it anywhere on my sheet. I can increase the size, I can rotate it, just like any other object that you would have in Excel. But notice when I have it highlighted in the formula bar, it says it's referencing sheet 2 A1 to B9. So whatever I do to cell sheet 2 A1 to B9, those changes will appear in this camera shot that I just took with the camera tool. So notice if I do something drastic, like change my mileage from 4,500 to 20,000, notice here I have 4,026 here, and I have 37,900. I'm going to hit enter. Notice my total travel expenses 14,100 changed, and my net income dropped down to 27,899. So whatever I do here, it will appear in the camera tool's snapshot, and I can see that result without having to go to another sheet or even another workbook. Now the other thing, anything I do to this will be reflected in this change. So for example, if I say add borders to it, put a thick border around it, change the text here to white text with a blue background and make it bold, anything I do there will be reflected in the camera shot of those areas. Another possible use for this would be to use it in a dashboard if you want to very specifically size a range of cells that you want to incorporate into a dashboard, so as things are changed, they will automatically be reflected on your dashboard. The camera tool might be an excellent way to do that. So that's how you can use the camera tool in Excel. And there you have it. I hope you like what you see. If you do like what you see here, please take a minute to share this post on your favorite social network. I can be found on Facebook, Google+, Twitter, LinkedIn, and YouTube. So I hope you enjoy this. If you'd like to see more, please feel free to stop by my website, excel-bytes.com, and I hope you subscribe. So have a great day and happy excelling.